If you're decently strong at pull-ups and you want to take your back to the next level, then start doing the super wide grip pull-up. It's very likely that you'll never see anyone doing this variation for the simple fact of it being brutally hard. And hands down, this is the hardest variation of pull-up you can do. Even though it has the shortest range of motion, it puts you in the most disadvantageous position because your arms are spread out like this in a wide position. So it takes a lot of the stress off of the biceps, even though they will get hit with this lift, especially with high reps, they're gonna fatigue a lot. But because your arms are all the way out, this puts most of the emphasis on your lats. And trust me, after one set of super wide grip pull-ups, your lats are gonna be pumped and flaring. Every time I do this lift, after a couple of sets, my lats get extremely pumped. Even after just one set, actually, to be honest, one set of the super wide grip pull-ups, I feel loads of blood rushing into my lats and I feel myself just almost flaring out after a single set. This exercise was very popular during the old school bodybuilding days. People like Franco Columbu, Leroy Colbert and Arnold, they were all big proponents of this lift for developing the lats. If you go on Google, type in old school bodybuilder pull-ups, I guarantee you'll see most of the photos and the videos, if you check them, of all the old school guys during like the 60s and 70s all doing super wide grip pull-ups at like over 200 pounds. And plus, if you ask any old guy in your gym who has a decent physique, what's the best exercise for developing the lats? I guarantee they name drop the wide grip pull-up. Now, if you're using one of those pull-up bars that's curved off at the end where they sit on like a 45-degree angle, then that's perfect. That's going to put you in the correct width position, and it's a bit more forgiving on your grip strength, and it's a bit easier on your wrist and elbow joints. But if you're using just a regular straight bar, then go a couple of inches outside of your normal wide grip position. It's going to feel weird at first if you've never done this before, but just keep doing the movement and pretty soon you'll get used to that super wide position. In terms of strength standards, the goal you want to hit is clavicle, so your collarbone to the bar for around 20 reps. So you really want to go for high rep sets on this exercise before you start adding any type of weight. And trust me, that's easier said than done. I myself, I can do, I can do 40 kilo pull-ups with a neutral grip about shoulder width for about 5 to 6 reps. But when I do the super wide grip pull-up, I have to stick with body weight just because it's that hard. And also I can't get the clavicle to the bar, I'm just not that strong yet. It's really that hard of an exercise. So I go for just chin over the bar. So when you're beginning this exercise, make that your goal. Chin just over the bar, and then pump out reps. Try and get about 15 to 20 reps in your sets. And then from there, don't add any weight, but then work on getting your clavicle to the bar. So instead of adding weight, you're increasing your range of motion. This is really gonna put more stress on your lats. You're gonna get way more of a contraction because instead of your elbows kind of being here, chin to the bar, that extra couple of inches, that's where you wanna go. You can hear my voice cracking when I do that. So that is the end goal. Clavicle to the bar, full range of motion for high rep, 20 rep, maybe even plus sets. I want to interrupt this video to say that I'm now offering a full online coaching service. So if you want to build muscle, get jacked, lose fat, and learn about training directly from me, click the link in this description to find out more. Now this can potentially take years to get to, depending on where you start off with in terms of your strength. But when you do get to that sort of level, clavicle to the bar for high rep, 15 to 20 reps in your sets, you're going to be brutally strong at all types of pull-ups. I don't care what other type you do. Neutral grip, underhand, pronated, close or normal wide grip. You get strong at the super wide grip pull-up. You're going to be strong at all types of pull-ups regardless. And your lats are going to be insane. You're going to have a nice developed pair of lats. They're going to really flare out. It's just that potent of an exercise. Now, how I would mix this into your routine, I would do one day, you do your normal weighted pull-ups, so whatever grip you want to use, go for your heavy reps, do your strength work on that day. And then the second day of the week, I would do the super wide grip pull-up, just body weight to get the bulk of your training volume in. Now, most likely, you're not really going to be able to do high rep sets of the super wide grip pull-up. So just work with what you can get. If you want to use a band to help you get more reps in the exercise, then do that, or the assisted pull-up machine. But keep the principle like that. One day, normal heavy weighted pull-ups for that strength work. Second day, get all of your, or the bulk, sorry, of your training volume in with the super wide grip pull-up. And the final thing I'll say about the super wide grip pull-ups is if you've never done it before, then approach it with caution. Just because of your shoulders, they're in a bit of a weird position. They're kind of flared out, but also you're being tugged on by gravity with your own body weight. So they're in a little bit of a compromised position, okay? So you don't want to get any injuries or tweaks in your shoulders. So make sure your lats, your shoulders, your chest, this whole region is nice and warmed up before you jump into this exercise. And for the love of God, please do controlled reps, okay? Don't do any swinging, don't do any jerking or kipping to get more reps. You really want to do this controlled. You want to do it almost bodybuilder style, quote unquote. So controlled on the way up, fairly explosive, but then control it on the way down. Hold that bottom for about a second or two. You want to do your reps like that, just so you don't pop your shoulder or anything bad goes wrong. If you ain't done this exercise, then start doing it. It's extremely humbling of an exercise, but also it's extremely beneficial. So with all that being said, try it out for yourself and see you go from there. Until next time, peace.